You were the store, right?
Pardon me?
You were the store?
Yes.
Have you lost any mail?
I don't know. We might have.
Okay, because
What is that?
bags of stolen mail
Oh my goodness.
was left in our strata.
Because our commercial side, the mailbox got broken into.
What's a commercial side mean?
Well, basically the commercial unit. So.
Aren't you a commercial unit?
Yeah. No, but our box is around the corner, and then ours hasn't been broken into, but Unit 130 has.
Oh, okay.
So I'm wondering if that's what the bags of stolen mail was.
Yeah, and so do you know who's behind it, or do you have any suspects?
No, we have no idea.
So this is how many times have you had crime here?
Well, downstairs, in the garage parking area, that's constantly vandalized.
Did you say constantly vandalized?
Constantly vandalized, yeah. But since they changed the parking over, it seems to be less because that's paid parking, and people hate paying for parking. So it's like a vacant lot. But then there's a lot of monthly parkers down there now, so it seems to be less. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, is it constant, eh?
Constantly. There's always like stupid kids down there drinking, smoking pot, bashing things in. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are you? Because I know last week there was a stolen car downstairs. When we were taking our garbage downstairs, I was in. We're like, there's this car that's totally stripped. So there was a constable actually parked right out there, so I just walked over there and told him, like, you need to go down there. I think there's a stolen car down there. And sure enough, it was a stolen car parked downstairs.
Oh, I mean they just parked it here?
Yeah, downstairs.
When the car was totally stripped, what did that mean?
Well, it was like, the inside was totally stripped. There was no seat, no console, it was totally stripped down. And just left there, and like the engine was gone. What? Yeah, it was totally, that's why I said, I think this car's stolen. It was stripped and dumped downstairs.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
That's scary that they moved it down there after.
Yeah, because there's no surveillance cameras down in that parkade.
Ah.
Yeah.
No surveillance cameras.
That's right, and people know that. I think the punks know that, because they're so those guys, they're usually kids, right?
Kids can't strip a car.
No, that one is not, but usually it's the kids that are, skateboarding kids that are downstairs just vandalizing for fun.
Hello. You've been working here long?
Yeah, since we opened.
Do you know anything about that homeless guy that's over there?
Yeah. What about him?
Did he do drugs?
Yeah.
Recently or for a while?
I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure he was doing them last year when we were open, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he have friends?
He's got a couple. Some of the fishermen and this other old guy who is actually wandering around here somewhere. He wears a baseball cap and jeans, and so he's got a can of beer in his pocket, coughing up a lung, like, constantly. He's always with that guy. And this ratty-looking lady.
Okay. Does he hang out with people who might be breaking into buildings?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Like,
honestly, I've never, he's never been a problem, ever. Like, I talk to him, we give him ice cream sometimes, like, he's a good guy. I don't know about the people he hangs out with, but I know, they do drugs, and the owners of this place have asked him a couple times to not be around here.
The fishermen say that he steals from bins and stuff. That's their allegation. Is that true, you think?
Steals from?
He steals bottles from apartment buildings. Breaks.
Oh, I don't know about that. He goes through all the public garbage cans and takes the cans out and stuff.
Does he still do that now?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Anything else you can tell us about him?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know who I say hi to him when he walks by sometimes, give him an ice cream, but I just know him because last year he used to sleep under, when that building was here, he used to sleep under the stairs there, and I asked the owners about him, because, we have lots of little kids, right, that come here, so it's is this going to be a problem? And they're like, no. And they hired, some of the fishermen to do some work on the building for us, and the owner was talking to them, and about how they're, smoking crack and stuff like that.
Smoking what?
Crack and stuff like that.
He was smoking crack?
Yeah, I don't know, well, him specifically, but the people who were, the owners were talking to, they're all his friends, and they said that's what they're doing. It's just, so he asked them not, obviously not to be around here and not to bug any of the girls when we're working.
So this place been open for a couple of years now?
We opened last year.
Okay.
And we're only seasonal, so we were open last summer and we're closing down.
When do you close?
I don't know. It depends on the weather, so we're pushing until the end of September, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, who's your owner?
Tara and Kevin Elston.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for your information. What's your name?
Amber.
Amber, thank you very much.
May I ask what the problem is?
He's suspected of being the homeless guy there is suspected of being like the spotter for serious crime. There's a crime tsunami going on in Steveston, and people breaking into garages, taking out big things, very big things.
Well, I know last year, Pajo's, their storage bins got broken into right at the end of the year, like close to the end of the year last year, and Kevin went and talked to all of it. Well, obviously they said that they had nothing to do with it, but they never figured out who that was either, but it's always, it's always the same guys. Well, and the guy with the red hat and the big bushy beard, like, he's always around too, and so.
What does he look like?
What does he look like?
Who's this bushy guy or whatever?
Oh, I don't know. He's one of the fishermen. He's got like kind of reddish hair. He's got like a huge beard, and he always wears a red baseball cap. And I don't know. He's just around. I see them go from there to the liquor store. So like that's what I see them.
Thank you, Amber.
No problem.
There's, it's a newer building. It's in here, not this building, but it's in this complex.
Yep.
So, there's, cameras in the lobby, cameras in the underground, cameras at all the entrances. But, that still doesn't stop people from breaking in. I mean, all they do is they get a grainy picture of who's broken in. We had, when we first moved out, moved into here, they used to have, we called it Fright Night, but...
what?
We called it Fright Night, but it was called something else, and it was for teens to hang around at the community center.
Okay.
But the problem was, like, all the kids in the neighborhood would show up and they'd all be drunk. So, and they wouldn't let them into the community center when they're drunk, but they wouldn't phone the police either, so they would hang around. There would be maybe 50 kids. Some of them drunk, others just acting like assholes out in front of the community center, screaming and yelling and cursing until 1 o'clock in the morning, and nobody from the community center ever came out to do anything about it. We had to contact the police, constantly, and write letters, and then I guess finally what happened was they decided it was a liability for them to turn those kids away, knowing that they were drunk, to turn them away without calling their parents or somebody to pick them up. So they decided they wouldn't have that event anymore, rather than take on the liability of what might happen to one of those kids, because they'd be passed out in the road on Moncto. It was crazy. And then nobody from the community center. It was like chaos. It was people screaming at their heads, bloody murder. And nobody from the community center would stick their head out the door and try to do anything about it and control it. And I made phone calls to them. They'd say, "Oh, well, just phone us if there's a problem." You'd phone them, and the kids would get worse. Somebody would come out and say something, and then they get even worse. So we ended up having to phone the police, and the police did stake out the pictures, and I swear it was like 50 kids out there, half of them drunk or stoned, screaming, yelling, cursing. Running out in the street, pushing shopping carts down the street with them in it, like in the middle of the road. This one girl, she turned around and she started running, and she ran right into a street pole, fell backwards, her friends came over, started laughing at her. I was just going to pick up the phone to phone 911, but, you know, 'cause I thought she was hurt. And then, you know, she gets up and she kind of laughs, and they get up and they walk away, you know.